It's been a very long day here in New York City. Not only is it cold out, but it's a cold day on the markets as well. But guess what? My tie is off, and that can only mean one thing. It's past 4 o'clock, the markets are closed, and it's time to relax with happy hour in New York City. Now, U.S. stocks, they declined Thursday afternoon with the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropping more than 200 points intraday. This as worries continue to grow about escalating tensions over in Ukraine. Now, first in Washington, D.C., U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry went on to tell a Senate panel that the U.S. and Europe would take very serious action after the vote this weekend on whether Crimea would leave Ukraine if there is no sign that the crisis would be resolved. Meanwhile, economic data had very little effect on the market in the long run. Ahead of the open retail sales, they gained 0.3% in February, following a 0.6% decline the previous month. And another report had applications for jobless benefits unexpectedly declining last week by 9,000 to come in at 315,000. But after an initial 64-point rise, the Dow Jones Industrial Average down about 1.6% after coming within 4 points from its record close. The S&P dipping about 1.2% and the Nasdaq falling 1.5%. For every stock rising, nearly 3 fell over at the New York Stock Exchange. And let's now take a look to see how the U.S. markets fared during this trading session. On the corporate front, Krispy Kreme donuts jumping after it hiked its yearly outlook, and Amazon.com rising after the online retailer hiked the cost of its Prime membership. And lastly, Goldman Sachs Group falling 1.4% after S&P Capital IQ downgraded its shares to sell from buy. So there you have it. There's the action for today. It was a rough one for the markets, and it's a rough one in the city because we went from 60 degrees yesterday to about 28 degrees today. So kick back, relax, grab yourself a drink, and I will see you guys all tomorrow morning. For ModernWallStreet.com, I'm James Sweeney.